Hey guys, I'm Caleb Giddings here for GAT Daily, and today, as part of our ongoing holiday videos, we're talking about how to give a firearm as a gift. Now the nice thing about this is this doesn't just apply to Christmas. Obviously you can do it for birthdays or stuff like that. So if you've arrived at this video as a result of a Google search, welcome. Hopefully we'll be able to help you out today. So the first and most important question is it legal to give a gun as a gift? Yes. The answer to that is unequivocally yes. The ATF on their website clearly states that it is legal to give firearms as gifts. However, the National Shooting Sports Foundation and the ATF both recommend against it for the reasons that I am about to go into. The NSSF, National Shooting Sports Foundation, says give someone a gift card instead. The reason the NSSF recommends using a gift card instead of the actual gift of a gun is because while it is legal to give the firearm as a gift, there are laws that you must comply with while you're doing that, and it can be complicated. There's a lot that you have to deal with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into those details and we're going to talk about what you have to do to legally give a firearm as a gift. The very, very first thing that you have to do legally to give a firearm as a gift is make sure that the person that you're giving that gun to is legally allowed to possess a firearm. Obviously, we all know it's illegal to give a gun to a felon or someone that you have reason to believe may be a felon, so don't do that. If you've got that sketchy uncle who used to rob banks or something like that, probably don't give him a gun for Christmas or his birthday. So step one is make sure that the person that you're giving a gun to is legally allowed to own a gun. Obviously, felony convictions, domestic assault convictions, wife beating, child abuse counts as domestics in some states, and if someone was dishonorably discharged from the military, can't have a gun, don't give them a gun. If you do, you're committing a felony. Another thing to bear in mind is whether the person is old enough to possess a gun. Federal law generally prohibits minors, people under the age of 18, from owning handguns, and different states have different restrictions on what age someone needs to be to own a long gun. Some places it's 16, some places it's 14, some places it's 18. So make sure that, especially if you're giving this gun to a minor or to a child, that they're old enough to own the gun that you're giving them. The next thing that you have to do is know how to legally give the gun to them. So let's assume that you're making the purchase from a licensed dealer, from a federal firearms licensee. You go to a gun store, you go to Academy, wherever, you fill out the 4473, you check yes, you are the actual buyer of the gun, because you are. Even if you're buying it as a gift, you're still the actual buyer. So you check yes, you get your gun, you go home. Now, if you live in South Carolina, for example, you can literally just wrap that gun box up and give it to whomever you're giving it to as a present, as long as they're not one of the things that we talked about earlier. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's not true in every state. There's a number of states that require a background check for any sort of interpersonal transfer, and I am going to give you that list right now. In the following states, you must get a background check done on the person that you're giving the gun to. So how that works is you basically then have to, after you've gone and bought the gun, you have to go back to a dealer and have them fill out a 4473 so they can do their background check. That sounds great. That's very spirit of Christmas. Here are the states where you have to do that. California, no surprise. Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, New York, no surprise. Oregon, Rhode Island, Washington State, and the District of Columbia, all require you take the gun back to a dealer and do another background check before you can transfer it to your friend or your cousin or your sister or whatever that you're giving it to. And Maryland and Pennsylvania both require you to do that if you're transferring a handgun. So as you can see, there's a lot you have to do if you want to give a gun as a gift. Let's just do a quick review. Step one, you have to be legally able to buy the gun. Step two, the person you're giving the gun has to be legally able to possess it. That means no felonies, domestic abuse, dishonorable discharges, and they have to be old enough to possess the gun. Number three, you have to find out whether or not you need to do a transfer for this person if they have to do their own background check before you can actually give them their gun. That's a lot to do, and this is why, as mentioned before, the National Shooting Sports Foundation recommends giving a gift card as a better gift than actually just buying someone a gun. And I love guns. I love the idea of giving someone a gun as a gift, especially like your son or daughter when they turn a certain age and that sort of thing. I'm really, really into that as an idea. However, outside of that circumstances, I do tend to agree with the National Shooting Sports Foundation and say, give them a gift card. Plus, that way they can use the gift card on other stuff like holsters or ammo if they could find any ammo and that sort of thing. So thanks for watching our guide on how to give a gun as a gift. Hopefully this has been helpful, educational, and entertaining. I'm Caleb Giddings. Thanks for watching.